9 views. That is what my first long-form video received after days of writing, creating illustrations, and struggling through the editing. I was still trying to decide whether 9 views was simply a small beginning or a sign that I was doing something wrong when YouTube made a major announcement. Beginning in February 2027, the monetization goal for new creators will double from 4,000 watch hours to 8,000. So what do you do when the finish line moves before you have barely left the starting line? The new requirement applies to creators trying to qualify for advertising and YouTube premium revenue. The shorts requirement will also double from 10 million qualified views within 90 days to 20 million. Creators who are already in the YouTube Partner Program will not have to meet the new entry requirements. YouTube also says its lower requirements for certain fan funding and shopping features will remain unchanged. But for those of us who are still trying to build an audience, this news can feel overwhelming. 4,000 watch hours already looked like a mountain. Now that mountain appears to be wearing another mountain as a hat. Before I continue, I need to make something clear. I am not a YouTube expert. I am a new creator learning as I go. This channel previously contained mostly shorts, and the Back to School Anxiety video was my first real attempt at long-form storytelling here. I enjoy researching and writing the stories, but editing and I are not close friends. I created illustrations, animated video clips, added the narration, and arranged everything in order. Then I discovered that my visuals were much longer than my voiceover. Somehow even my pictures were talking too much. After finally putting everything together, I published the video and received 9 views. It may not be a large audience, but it is certainly an exclusive one. So when I heard about the new requirement, my first thought was simple. How am I supposed to reach 8,000 watch hours when I am struggling to reach 10 viewers? I know I cannot be the only new creator asking that question. Behind every small channel is work that most viewers never see. People purchase equipment, learn unfamiliar programs, create thumbnails, record voiceovers, and edit late at night. Then they press publish and wait. Sometimes the video gets thousands of views. Sometimes it gets 20, sometimes it gets 9. That is why this announcement feels like more than a number. Creators had already accepted 4,000 hours as the finish line. Doubling it can feel as though progress has been taken away, even though the hours already earned are still there. Human beings often struggle when familiar rules suddenly change. Imagine driving the same route to work every morning. You know every turn and traffic light. Then one day the road closes and you must follow a detour. The new road may be safe, it might even be faster, but at first it feels uncomfortable because you do not know what comes next. We experienced that during the pandemic when schools and workplaces suddenly moved online. Teachers, students, parents, and workers had to learn new systems almost overnight. We are experiencing it again with artificial intelligence. Some people see opportunity, others see danger. Many of us feel hopeful and worried at the same time. The brain likes familiar patterns because they help us predict what will happen next. When the pattern changes, we immediately begin looking for possible problems. What am I going to lose? Will I be able to manage this? Why did other people get the easier version? That final question may be especially difficult for new creators. Someone who is already monetized will not have to meet the new entry requirement. Meanwhile, someone who begins later will face a longer road. But this is not the first time YouTube has changed that road. In 2017, a channel needed 10,000 lifetime views before advertising could appear. In 2018, YouTube replaced that rule with 1,000 subscribers and 4,000 watch hours. At the time, 4,000 hours probably seemed impossible to many creators. Eventually, it became the number everyone treated as normal. Today's normal was once somebody else's frightening new rule. So where does that leave someone like me? I cannot give other creators a secret strategy because I do not have one. I am still learning, but I can share what I plan to do. First, I will not use one video to decide the future of this channel. 9 views is disappointing, but one long-form upload is not enough evidence to say that the entire idea has failed. I need to make more videos, study what people click, and learn what makes them stay. Second, I cannot wake up every morning staring at 8,000 hours. That number is too large to be useful as a daily goal. Instead, I can ask smaller questions. Can I improve my next thumbnail? Can I make the first 30 seconds stronger? Can I give 10 viewers a reason to return? Can I produce 5 more videos before judging the entire journey? Psychologist Albert Bandura studied something called self-efficacy. That simply means believing that you can handle a particular task. His research suggests that successfully completing smaller challenges can help strengthen that belief. In plain language, small wins give the brain evidence that progress is possible. Science cannot promise that persistence will make every channel successful. Repeating the same approach without learning from it is not a plan. But confidence does not always arrive before we act. Sometimes confidence grows because we complete the next small step. I also have to be sensible about how much time and money I invest. Building a channel should not destroy my health, finances, or relationships. And even before monetization, the work is not completely wasted. I am learning to write, edit, tell stories, and communicate with an audience. YouTube controls its requirements. It does not own the skills we develop while trying to reach them. For those who share my faith, Jeremiah 29:11 says, God has plans to prosper me. YouTube has plans for me too. Apparently, 8,000 watch hours. So I'm praying and preparing for both. I do not know whether this channel will reach 8,000 watch hours. I cannot honestly promise that it will, but I do know that 9 views is far too early to write the ending. Maybe my overnight success has simply decided to take the scenic route. So I am going to continue learning, continue experimenting, and give this journey enough time to show me what it can become. Now I want to hear from you. If you are a new creator, did YouTube's announcement motivate you or make you question whether the journey is still worth it? And even if you are not a creator, have you ever worked toward a goal only to have the rules change before you arrived? Share your experience in the comments. Someone else may need to know they are not facing that feeling alone. I'm Kelsey, and I am still on the move.